Hello guys and welcome to the channel UFO to Know and Merry Christmas. It's been a while, but I felt compelled today to talk about a subject that has been bothering me a lot lately. As I've gone down the rabbit hole of the deep ufology writings, I've come across many whistleblowers and theories regarding the Anunnaki, and there seems to be an agenda behind describing the Anunnaki as reptilians or greys. Now, I know that the term Anunnaki is a combination of the word Anu, which is the Sumerian god of the sky, and Ki, which is the earth goddess. So Anunnaki are those who are born of the earth and the sky, similar to the Bible's Nephilim, where the sons of God mated with the daughters of man. With that in mind, though, why is it that so many in our community identify the Anunnaki as either reptilians, greys, or even hybrids? Now, I'm not saying that these types of entities don't exist, simply that they are not who some have labeled them as. My theory is that this is a deception. Disinformation spread through the UFO community to make us think that the Orion Group are our forefathers, or that somehow we should worship them and see them as our makers. Now, Dr. Stephen Greer is infamous for stating that there are no evil extraterrestrials. And while I do not personally subscribe to that, I do agree that there's a fear-based agenda coming from the dark side that wants us to be afraid of man-eating reptilians and greys that abduct humans for human experimentation, possibly for some false flag sort of scenario. Now, Dr. Greer, in his interview with Project Camelot, explained that he believed dark human organizations were creating pre-programmed life forms, i.e. the greys, and that potentially through the use of Montauk technology, we're bringing beings from the lower astral planes into our reality. Personally, I believe that this is accurate, with the one addition that there are actually negatively service-to-self oriented extraterrestrials, and that they identify as members of the so-called Orion Group. Perhaps these entities are the tall greys and the reptilian hybrids and Draco reptilians that we often hear about. Okay, but the point is that they are not the Anunnaki spoken about in ancient Sumerian scripture. Those, per the law of one channelings and messages of Quo, are the Anakim or Anak and Canaanites, who are mentioned in the Bible numerous times. Ra in sessions 18.20 and 24.9 mentions that the Yahweh entities incarnated on earth 3,300 years ago and mated with some populations of mankind to create genetically modified red-haired giants such as Gilgamesh, who later inspired stories of Heracles, Hercules, Thor, and Samson. Quo, in a session channeled on May 6, 2001, was asked about the entities that Zecharia Sitchin spoke about in his book, The Anunnaki, who Sitchin thought came to the Sumerian and Egyptian regions about 11,000 years ago. Quo's response was, "I am Quo, and I'm aware of your query, my sister. There is a connection that is related to this entity from those called Anak, the Anunnaki. However, there is much distortion as well within the writings of the one known as Sitchin, so that there is more emphasis in these writings given to the influence from elsewhere." What he's saying is, so they weren't from planet Nibiru, but from here on Earth. There is also the difficulty of the time frame. So it wouldn't be 11,000 years ago, but 3,300 years ago. We do not choose to correct this difficulty, for there is some infringement possible there as well. Is there a further question? So as you can see, clearly someone or something wants us to believe that the Anunnaki are reptilian gray Orion-based entities. Personally, Ra and Quo's teachings resonate more with me. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoyed, happy holidays.